In this video, I'm going over 10 insane updates that Grow a Garden should add to the game. A lot of these ideas come from you guys as well as the Grow a Garden Discord server where they have found some crazy things to suggest. And I'm not gonna lie, these suggestions would change the game forever. The first suggestion is a solar eclipse type of event. If you guys don't know, in Grow a Garden, well, you should know by now, but there's a ton of events. But one thing we've never actually received is a solar or lunar eclipse. And it is not the same as the lunar event where you had, the owls or whatever, such as the blood owl as well as the night owl. It's not the same as that. A solar and lunar eclipse would actually be quite a bit different. And right here, this person, JJJ, suggested it in the Grow Garden Discord. As you can see, he also gave a lot of pet ideas, including the exotic moth, red panda, exotic frog, and all of that. Here's an example of one of the pets. Look at it, dude. This thing actually looks sick. An exotic moth that looks like this, and it kind of looks like the dragonfly a little bit, except obviously this one is a little bit solar. And these could be two different types of events. Imagine having a solar and lunar version of this exotic moth, both doing different things and applying different mutations. And the way you get them is by the event happening, of course. But for the solar, maybe you have to get the solar event, and lunar, the lunar event, etc. JJ also had an idea of how the egg would look, and I honestly think this is amazing. Obviously, it is illustrated, so it looks a little bit cartoony, but honestly, this looks really good, dude. I think this is a very fleshed out idea that just looks amazing. This could also be something that's permitted in the game, so they could just go ahead and put it in the pet eggs. We actually haven't gotten anything added inside of here, and the bug egg has always been the best thing in here. Ever since pets got introduced into the game, the dragonfly has always been inside of the egg shop, and it has constantly stayed as the best thing, which isn't a bad thing, but it would be very nice to get some changes and new stuff in there. Who knows, the developers could maybe put like a timer of 7 days on the pet eggs to where, you can see that it's going away soon. And that way it would become limited from then on. He does also suggest some seeds such as a solar blossom. Who knows, this could maybe be the best new seed if they want to add something new that's the best. A new variant being exotic, 100 times multiplier value better than rainbow. If we got a new rarity, that would honestly be a game changer because rainbow has been the best in everything at the moment, and it is not actually a new mutation but instead a rarity, because in case you don't know, when one of your plants becomes golden or it becomes rainbow, it actually takes all of its mutations away because it is a completely new variant. And well, the multipliers on those are insane, so maybe it's actually time to get a brand new variant. I don't know if the developers want to add something like that, but that would be insane. In the new update, we are actually getting a brand new event already, as well as trading. If you've been living under a rock, trading has been leaked for updates now, and this is one of the suggestions that people have made for it to look like, and I think this is a great example because it shows you being able to trade season stuff. Now, I don't know if the developers want to exactly do that, but the ideas for it have been great, and it's finally coming in this brand new update. So a lot of these suggestions could possibly be for future updates because we are also getting a cooking event. Jandel did post this saying that asking people if they want a beanstalk event or a cooking event, with the beanstalk being every hour all the players in the server convert fruit into fertilizer to grow a magical beanstalk, while the cooking event is a cooking pot in the middle of the map where you can add different fruits and vegetables and basically get better recipes and meals and stuff like that. I personally voted for the cooking one. It sounds amazing and I'm very excited to see it. In my opinion, I think it could be one of the best events that we've gotten in the game yet. Because to be honest, the Zen event was okay at the very most. I feel like most people honestly didn't enjoy this update. Personally, so far, the prehistoric one has been my favorite. So I'd love to see something as good as that. The next suggestion I have is actually one that I've been thinking of and a lot of people have been suggesting, and that is a pity system. If you don't know, in the game currently, you can basically roll for anything inside of it. So basically, when you go ahead and view the odds, you see that the corrupted kitsune is a 1% chance. Obviously, everybody wants it. It's the coolest pet in the game, or well, one of the coolest, and it's very, very good. But the thing is, although it is 1%, it doesn't mean you actually get it 1 in 100 times. It actually means that's what the average odds are. And for you, who knows? Maybe you'll get 1 in like 300 or 400 even. But basically, a pity system is something that guarantees you to get the item if you do not get it for a long period of time. For example, if you summon 100 of the corrupted kitsunes and you don't get it, it automatically gives it to you. Now, obviously, that's a bit broken. Usually, a pity system is actually worse than the odds. So if it's like 1%, 1 in 100, a pity would guarantee that you get it after 200 chests. Like, for example, bro, I have a lot of chests right now. Like, I have 59 of them. I could go ahead, open it, and boom, watch. I'm probably not going to get it. Oh, we got a Kodama. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. But, yeah, as you can see, I did not get it. Come on, give me something else. Nope, and Maniki. Like, I could keep getting this for a million tries, bro, and that serves no use to me. So, it would be very nice to have something that guarantees you getting something a bit better, because yeah, knowing my luck being this bad, bro, oh my god, I don't think I'm ever gonna get anything. But a pity system would be very cool, especially if you have it for fruits too. I think it gives people an incentive to grind more than it just being a chance, because you don't want the game to feel like a just luck based game. It's supposed to be a fun and chill type of game. That's what everybody's wanted from Grow Garden, and that's why it's so successful. The next suggestion I have, or next update idea I actually have, is a brand new pet that purchases the seed shop for you. Now, you might think that's insane. Imagine having a pet that can literally buy out the seed shop and get you prismatic stuff without you even knowing. Well, don't worry, because I have some ideas for this. Similar to how we have a bunch of rarities in the game, such as divine, rare, prismatic, transcendent, and stuff like that, you could have one specific chest with all pets that actually corresponds to a certain rarity. For example, if you get the corrupted kitsune, it buys out whatever prismatic comes into the shop. If you get a Kodama, which is a legendary, maybe it just buys out all the legendaries in the shop. That is one way that you can do it, but there's also another way that I think is honestly better. The other way I actually had it suggested is having one specific pet or even a mutation. Imagine you just have a mutation called like shoplifter or something. And let me go ahead and go to the mutations. And this would actually be something good, because in case you don't know, most of the mutations in the game are absolutely dog trash. Like all of these, such as inverted, windy, frozen, tiny, bro, they are all trash until you get down here into the stuff that is super rare. And bro, something like iron skin is bad. But this would be something not incredibly rare, however, still somewhat rare. And maybe this mutation could guarantee that whatever prismatic comes into the shop within the next 6 hours, it automatically buys it for you. Now, the timer is 6 hours, so if anything comes into the shop during that's a prismatic, the pet isn't obviously able to buy it, and that's so that it actually balances it out and it's not overpowered to where you're getting every single prismatic that comes into the game. Update idea number 3 is a little bit of a community suggested idea, and a lot of people have been wanting this one, and I have to keep mentioning it. Bro, Jandel, if you're watching this video, please add a lock tool, bro. Here's one of the lock tool suggestions. As you can see, the lock tool basically locks your fruit to prevent it from being stolen. And this would be something that is found inside the gear shop. It doesn't have to be super common, but it also shouldn't be super rare. With this, they could also add a lockpick tool that is much more rare to get inside the gear shop that allows you to unlock stuff before stealing it. If you don't know, grinding in a public server is basically like asking for a death wish, bro, of people stealing your rarest fruits. Personally, if I actually take you guys to save slot number 1 inside my garden over here, you'll find that I got some pretty incredible things in here. I'll just give it a second for it to load because there's a lot. But if we keep looking in this direction, yup, as you can see, there it is. My grand volcanoes that are massive are popping up. And well, the problem with this is that they are worth a lot, meaning anybody in the game can steal it. And also the problem is you can literally reach to steal my stuff from a whole garden away, so there's no way for me to protect it. A lock tool inside of the game would prevent people from stealing stuff like this. And there was actually supposed to be a tool that already did this, but they never decided to fix it. When they added the favorite tool inside the gear shop, and I believe it's still very rare, like right here, the favorite tool, as you can see, it says favorite your fruits to prevent collecting. Now, the only thing this does is it prevents you from collecting your fruits. It doesn't steal, or it doesn't prevent people from stealing your fruits, which is a problem, and that's what a lot of people thought that this tool did, but it unfortunately does not do that. A lock tool would prevent people from stealing, and maybe a lock pick for the people who do want to steal, but that would have to be much harder to get. Maybe they could make it a craftable thing. If they do add a lock pick tool, though, it should be hard to get, so that way people can't constantly just unlock stuff that you have locked before stealing it. But please, this is like the #1 suggestion right now, other than trading, which is already coming into the game, that people have been asking for. So, Jando, I beg you, please listen to the community on this one. We want it, bro. The next suggestion I have is a plant idea that could be the next Bone Blossom. Jandel has mentioned multiple times in the past that he obviously does not want to constantly add better plants such as the Bone Blossom, the Candy Blossom, and stuff like that. But if we were to ever get a brand new seed that beats all of these, I think this seed would look fantastic. Shout out to another suggestion by my boy LeBron J, and he suggested the Octopus fruit. And as you can see, this thing looks insane. This is by far one of the coolest plants I have seen in the game, and it does look like it grows in 2 different ways. But this is kind of like an octopus, kraken type of fruit, which could be with some sort of aquatic event inside of the game. Or maybe it could be something mystical because it's purple. It gives off mystical vibes in my opinion. This could be similar to the events that we've gotten in the game. And maybe if the cooking event is good where, you know, you can cook stuff, maybe they can add an update where it's about potions and brewing stuff instead. Jandel has actually made a game about brewing potions, and it's been one of his most successful games before Grow Garden. That game is called Wacky Wizards. Some of you may have heard of it, but as you can see, Wacky Wizards, this game is made by Jandel right here. Look at that. It is him, the same exact person who has made Grow a Garden. So I feel like this would be a really cool idea to have a mystical plant like this. It could be done by completing quests, similar to how you got the Bone Blossom. I thought the quest system for that was pretty nice. A lot of people thought it was balanced too. You know, a lot of free-to-play players managed to get a bunch, and it was very good in my opinion. With even this possible update or the next, we could see the introduction of the Jandel monkey, which was another suggestion I had, and I did make a video on this last time. My last video was about the admin Jandel monkey, and I went ahead and showcased this in a modded game, and I thought it was a very cool pet. I mean, if you want to know what it does, bro, you definitely got to go watch that video because that's been one of the most insane videos I've made yet. But the Jandel monkey was apparently supposed to be given to one random person when a brand new update came out. Although that is a pretty interesting idea, if only one person out of the 20 million people that plays this game on update day gets it, that could be a bit of a problem. So it would be very cool is if we have an admin event where, for example, imagine an obby off this side of the map and everybody gets a countdown at the same exact time in every single server, and you are able to compete in this obby against everyone else. This could be like a whole admin event long obby where it takes like 10 minutes or something, and the first person to complete it gets the Jandel monkey. They would obviously have to be careful of exploiters because, you know, they can quickly just travel to the end of the game. But I think it would be a pretty cool idea if they have something in place to reward a person who wins the Jandel monkey. Or otherwise, they could go ahead, change his ability, make it an actual pet that, who knows, maybe Jandel can give away. Or if you end up in his server, you're guaranteed to get it for free. Lots of possible suggestions for it, but I think Jandel could make it very cool. Similar to how we had the Travis Kelce event. I think it would be really nice. And talking about the Travis Kelce event, that brings me on to my next suggestion. All across the news, Travis Kelce's event has been considered one of the best events in all of Grow Garden. Even news forums such as Parade have said Travis Kelce's surprise appearance just made millions of kids so happy. And if you don't know who Travis Kelce is, well, that's the boyfriend of Taylor Swift. And a lot of people have been now asking for Taylor Swift, because in case you didn't know, Jandel did make a TikTok. In that specific TikTok that he made, he said he wants to bring on more celebrities onto the game, and that there's actually already some being worked on. Travis Kelce, being the boyfriend of Taylor Swift, could possibly have Taylor Swift coming into the game. And not only is that a suggestion I have, it's something a lot of people across the entire world want to see, because I feel like definitely a lot more people know Taylor Swift than Travis Kelce being a football player. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm American, and I barely knew Travis Kelce before Taylor Swift. So, yeah, that says a lot. But if Taylor Swift were to perform inside of this game, without a doubt, the game would hit a world record of players once again. And who knows, this time it could be over 30-40 million players. You just never know. But comment down below some celebrities you'd love to see in this game. I think Mr. Beast is also up there. A lot of people have been asking for him as well. But comment down below what you want to see, because who knows, maybe I could try to get it forward into Jandel's eyes. With this brand new update, though, you can also go ahead and expect a brand new seed pack to be added to the game, because we're getting a completely new event. It's going to have to do with cooking or whatever it is. So this seed pack, the Zen seed pack, say bye-bye to it, because it's gone, bro. In like 2-3 days, it's gone. But the last suggestion I have is one of my favorites. And that is to have a weather board inside of the game showing you the next upcoming events inside of the game. As you can see, this board shows you the next upcoming ones, such as rain in 2 hours, moonlit in 4 hours, meteor shower in 5 hours, and frost in 7 hours. They could also implement this into a gear inside of the game that you can purchase in order to show you what events are coming up. Maybe it could be called a radar or something. I mean, we do have radars inside of the game already, which are actually over here, and you know, they basically show you where certain mutations are. But I'm not talking about this type of stuff. I'm talking about a radar that you can plant inside of your garden that shows you the next like 3 events that are coming, and in how long you can expect them to happen. That way you wouldn't be sitting in the game for hours on end hoping for something comes in that never eventually does. But if you enjoyed these 10 update ideas, watch this video on the screen right here. It's one of my favorites. I went ahead and handpicked it for you. So hurry up and click it, because you're going to enjoy it. Hurry. Bye.